Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at the first ever college football 12-team playoff bracket that was released as the final rankings. These are the matchups. We have Ohio State, Tennessee, Texas, Clemson, Penn State, SMU, Notre Dame, Indiana, and then you have the four teams with the byes. I think it's kind of ridiculous that I think it's clear. This is what I will say. I think it's clear right now that they don't know what they're doing yet. It's not a perfect, and it never really has been. I mean, you go back to like the Alliance series that they did, which was just terrible. The BCS was ran by like a computer. The 4-team playoff, they didn't let an undefeated Florida State go, which I don't think it should have, but still. Now you look at this and you're like, they're going to have to at some point tune it. I mean, there's no reason in heck that Boise State should be a 3 seed in this thing. That's not good. What they need to do is they need to pivot to, I mean, if you win the conference championship in the Big Four, which I think that the Big 12 prize, I think if you win, I think the way it should be, if you win the conference championship in the Big Three now, the ACC, the Big Ten, and the SEC, you should get automatically in at some position. Okay, I get that. That's fine. But after that, I think that you should just rank it as it is. I mean, there's no reason why Boise State should be the 3. I was looking at that and I was like, it just doesn't look right. And I know why it's there. Like, I know why they're there. But I think it's kind of ridiculous. The Penn State stuff doesn't make any sense. How is Penn State above Ohio State? How is Penn State above Ohio State? Ohio State beat them in a head-to-head. They have the same amount of losses. And Ohio State only lost to Oregon in Oregon by 1 point. Penn State lost by what? I don't even know what it was, but it was like double digits, I'm pretty sure. That's just embarrassing. How do you get that wrong? Makes no sense at all. When you do the math, you're like giving them after one other win because they went to Indianapolis, they're automatically, and they have like one of the easier paths now. Ohio State gets Tennessee in a game. That's going to be a really tough game for Ohio State. I think a lot of the people for Ohio State think that they're just going to walk in, it's a home game, and win that. They do not play well in the cold. They do not. Ryan Day teams have never played well in the cold. If you look at it, Tennessee, where do they excel? I think they have a really good front defensive line. Where does OSU struggle? Front offensive line. So I think Ohio State got a really, really tough draw. I think that Penn State got the best deal out of this whole thing, and Georgia. I mean, Georgia, I have nearly 95% confidence that Georgia will run the table and go to the national championship game at the very least. I don't know if they win it, but look at their path. I mean, so you'd play Notre Dame or Indiana, automatic. They're going to beat either one of those teams. I know they will. Then they would play a Boise State or Penn State, probably Penn State. Penn State's not beating Georgia. So that would put them in, right? I think that would put them in the championship game, and then it'd be Oregon, Tennessee could make a run. I debatably think Oregon's undefeated. It's kind of, there's momentum factors to that. I debatably think that whoever wins that OSU Tennessee game, I think they'll take down Oregon in a big upset. That's what I think right now. Not 100% sure on it, but I would think the momentum going into that game. First year of the 12-team playoff, they're undefeated. There's a lot that could go against Oregon here. But yeah, I just think that it's ridiculous. It makes no sense. The fact that, I mean, try to make sense of it. It doesn't make sense to me. How is Ohio State? Notre Dame's fine to be above Ohio State. That's fine. But Ohio State beat Penn State in the head-to-head. Same losses. Lost to Oregon by less. It doesn't make any sense to me, and like I said, I think the Boise State thing at 3 is just kind of ridiculous. I mean, come on. They played Oregon, yes, but other than that, they played a lot of cupcakes. It's my takeaway from this is it's actually kind of sickening right now, but we'll see how it shakes up. It's going to be fun to watch, I think. I will say I do think Alabama got robbed here. It's an SEC. You can't put 2 ACC teams and like this. Would SMU Alabama head to head right now? You think Alabama's not win that game? Come on, then there's no way SMU would not beat Alabama in a head to head. I think that was bad. I know they only lost by a field goal, but still. to let 2 teams from the ACC is like, it means there's more than that going on behind the scenes. They're trying to get more ACC because there's no reason why Alabama should not have been in this thing. No reason why Alabama shouldn't. And I'm not sitting here like saying Alabama's that good. I don't think they're that good at all. But they're better than SMU, and everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. I think that was a little ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, the takeaway is they need to tune this next year. This is not going to be something that is consistent. I mean, look at this and tell me that makes any sense. I mean, we'll see. I think it'll be fun to watch, but they need to fix it.